Greetings, greetings, greetings of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Salutations to all spiritual beings, all light beings. Salutations to all our ancestors. Salutations to the planetary spirits. Salutations to our higher selves. Now, my talk today is on honoring and knowing your worth. That's something deep to think about. Many people get in toxic relationships to think that I have to teach this person what love is or show them what they didn't get because they're hurt. You're dealing with hurt people. And hurt people do what they do best, and they can only hurt people. So you give all your love and affection to someone who's not even giving you that back. People will say two wrongs don't make a right. I'm just a person, I'm not going to give up on somebody, but I'm going to love me first. Because I can't love no one if I can't love myself. So here it is, I'm loving me, and I meet someone, and I'm trying to show them the same love. Strike one, strike two, strike three. Some people strike one and you're done. When someone is constantly abusing you, verbally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, you're not knowing your worth. You're not taking the time to know who you are as a person, as a divine being. Even if you consider yourself to be a demon, that's your choice. But even a demon don't want to be disrespected. You got to know what you're dealing with, what energies that you're letting into your circle, into your crown. If you know it's not what you want, don't let it in. Attune your frequency to the positivity that you're looking for. Attune to yourself. A lot of us don't take the time or do not have the time to journey within your inner temple. This shell, this what they call flesh bag, is your temples. It starts by breathing techniques. And with that same breathing technique, you can get inside yourself. Now, for those of you who are in the age of electronics and have a hard time journeying within because you're used to electronics, some of you already lost the game and lost the battle without even knowing that you lost the battle. It's like, oh, what are you talking about? How can you say I lost the battle because I like electronics? No, there's nothing wrong with moving into the future and progressing with the new things instead of staying stuck in the old. Some of the old things, if you don't know it, it won't help you to get past electronics. Now, the same electronic phone you can take and call somebody. How many of you already know how to call somebody from your mind? Call somebody from your heart? Call somebody from your navel, your belly button? You have the chakras that they don't teach you. And a lot of the Black status people who's claiming this status of Black, and that's all that they know, they're already been brainwashed to follow the Bible. I'm not going against anyone's faith. You know, oh, Jesus this, Jesus that. His name wasn't Jesus for the first. Let's be real. You have to believe me, look it up. Read and research, and you see his name was Yeshua. So to say I don't believe in Yeshua, I'll be lying. I do believe in Yeshua, but I don't believe in the Jesus character that the Caucasian, that the Albions created. That's for them. Nevertheless, I know who I am. Try telling someone, hey, go within yourself and look at this and do that. They're not gonna Well, the Bible didn't say that. Wait a minute. The Bible didn't say that. The Bible didn't say to know yourself, to look within. The Bible said, if you remember, you have the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil, two different trees. Some people think that those trees are the same. The tree that had the forbidden serpent, who made you eat and awaken. When Eve took that fruit, she ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, as above, so below. And what did the angel say? They said, do not let them eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Because if they eat from this tree of knowledge of good and evil, they will be like us, the Elohim. Mekubalim. Kabbalah. The Kabbalistic tree of life. Again, do not eat from the tree, otherwise you will be like us, the Elohim. What Elohim? Elohim are the gods above. Elohim is singular. Elohim's plural, which means more than one. So now here you have a regular human being who's eating from that tree of knowledge of good and evil. Already within his mind, soul, and body, it starts changing. It starts maneuvering. It starts changing, it starts maneuvering. So slowly but surely, if you stay in that pathway of that tree, that fruit that you ate, you eventually make yourself into an Elohim. Don't believe me, try for yourself. When you're able to do things that other people can't do, oh my God, that's scary. It's scary only to the individuals who are materialistic and don't know anything about the breath of life. Different scriptures talked about God breathing the breath of life into man, creating man. So that same air that you breathe is God air. How well do you waste it? How well do you use it? How well do you uplift your own self from the low energies that's keeping you from progressing? Are you using that same energy to throw gasoline and fuel to the negative energies that's keeping you down? Are you being a victim with your words, keeping yourself down, being a parasite looking for help? Please, somebody help me. You can help yourself. When you can help yourself. Think about that. Hit me in the comments. Let me know. Some people even ask me, the ones who do know me, you've been practicing spiritualism for a long time, Sadhu. Sadhu, you've been practicing for a long time. Have you seen or done anything to make you say, wow, let me continue being a spiritualist? What about spiritualism attracted me to continue in this pathway? I'll tell you, I've seen a lot. It doesn't mean that I know everything. There's so many things out there that I haven't even experienced or seen. But the rules are the same for every spiritual being. No matter how different the pathway, whether it's Hinduism, Sikhism, Santeria, Yoruba tradition, Kemetic, Follow My Young Man. There are so many systems out there of spiritualism. It's not just one. When a spiritual being meets another spiritual being, we feel each other's aura. You feel the chakras, crown, third eye, throat, and so on. Once we feel each other, we already start talking from here before this mouth even opens. That's how spiritual beings operate. I could be sitting right here in Brownsville, Brooklyn. You could be in Canada. You could be in Trinidad. You could be in Africa. Better yet, I'll keep it real with you. You could be on planet Pluto, and still I can talk to you from here. I've done it with a few people. I got people to call me, focus in my mind, and they would call me. And there were times I would call people right there when they're going through what they're going through because I felt them. My heart. People who I love. If I love you and I care about you, you got a place here. Once I feel you going through something, I'll call you, talk to you. I'll give you. I will even text you a message. People will text me or call me back, yo, Sadu, why? Why did you text me that? Somebody tell you something? No, I was just praying and you ran across my mind. I felt you, so I said, let me give you the message that the divine energy wants me to give you. Just because I can do it, don't think that you can't do it. You can. It's just that we're still going to be your choice. Above for your power or below. Some people say, oh my God, dark doesn't mean it's evil. Da, 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 da. Listen, it don't matter if you use white magic. It don't matter if you use black magic. It's your intention on how you use that power that makes it evil. There are people who deal with diabolical, demonic energies. I've met one or two of them. And they use their gifts to save people's lives. Does that make them evil? Well, according to your dogma scripture, yes. According to your dogmatic scripture, you consider them evil. But how much do you love your children? How much do you care about your loved ones? Are you going to pray like our ancestors did to the master's deity? The same one who basically told you to worship your masters who are punishing you? Or are you going to go to your ancestors and find one of them that's able to free you and help you? You got to remember, the Caucasians, a lot of the Caucasians, not all Europeans, not all Caucasians is bad. You got every nation has their good and their bad. But nowadays, the dumbing down of America was a huge success. They've been trying their best to dumb everyone down, and they're doing great with it. The dumbing down of America is a huge success. I get you to believe that your ancestors, that your deities that you're born with, I get you to believe that they're evil, that they're the devil, while you pray to my God. And while you pray to my God, I'm going to take your gods from you and have them work for me and fuck you up even more. This is the science of the serpent ones. People say reptilian and anyway, my message for you is pick a day out of the week. A day, just one day out of the week. And for that day, act like the Jews do. The Jews, I think it's on the Albion Jews. Let's talk about the Caucasian Jews, because they all think that they're the real Jews and the Ethiopian Jews. I'm not gonna put the word black because you people are still stuck on colors like you in kindergarten. They're indigenous, original Jews, the more Jews, M-O-O-R, that are melanated. Their DNA is more original than the ones out here now. The other ones out here now is a 50-50 chance to really look into the history. These were the pilgrims. Albion, Thanksgiving. Those are the pilgrims that came for help. Please help us. They'll sit next to you. They'll be your best friend. Learn everything that you know. Then they'll kill you and move on like it's all ours. This is why some people do not teach Caucasians. They do not teach what you call white people if they're not white. but they don't teach them because they know they're here to learn what you got so they can make money out of it, and they're going to kill you and act like they own it. So this is why a lot of us who have the real power, we're not teaching y'all shit. I'm not, like I said, the universe itself has to tell me, yeah, go ahead and teach you. If the universe ain't telling me, I ain't teaching you shit. Nope. I'm sorry to say it like that, because with great power comes great responsibility. I believe in saving lives and building up our people, not destroying them. So what the Jews do is on their Sabbath day, which is on Friday, they do not touch no electronics. They will call a person in the street to come into their place, to turn off a radio, to turn off the lights, because they're not allowed to touch any form of what do they call it again? They're not allowed to turn any form of man-made creation, something like man-made created. They can't touch it, and they won't touch it. The real religious ones, the ones who are highly religious, will not touch anything that's man-made. So what we need to do as a people is pick a day out of the week, to whether you live with someone or you don't live with someone, if you're by yourself, we need to pick a day where you guys can sit together, right? Turn off all computers. This is a day computers, laptops, and even phones will be turned off and put away. And all you have to do is connect with each other, raise your vibration. Just like your cartoons like Dragon Ball Z, you guys can do the same thing. These animes be showing real stuff that you think is nothing. Like I said, if anybody feels that I'm baloneying, I'm bullying, I'm making a joke about animes, I'm gonna give you an anime, watch the whole thing, and build with me on it. Let's start off with Shaman King. Watch the whole Shaman King, pick your verse, your episode, and let's build on it. Greetings. Have a good one, y'all.